TOMz.
I give a fair to Scotty got to Sislindile says Figile. Teenagers on a mission, rush at SABC Mzansi for sure with live and TV award.
And we're so ready on taking you guys on an epic journey.
Absolutely. We're actually going out in the open, like in the sky. I'm sure some can
we all dream of just flying out there, and I'm sure many of you guys would love this career in the aviation industry, ne?
Absolutely, and tell you what, you are just in luck. We're going to your aircraft, someone's got my cabin crews on our trainer Lanjani. Not only that, but also how they actually do emergency evacuation emanzini. Like how ready is that?
I'm so ready to get this on the road. Let's go.
Travel with us into the open skies where we check out the life of a cabin crew member. One of the different things we need to learn if we want to live a life in the sky, and how our training prepares them to sticky situations. If planes are flying so high up in the air, inside them. Did you know the first person who became a flight attendant was a man? Time travel with us to see how the aviation industry will change in the future and show off how much you know in our ultimate quiz. Let's get the show started. Now
this is the time where we get to interact with you guys via our social media pages. What do you know about aviation? On Facebook. I don't know much about aviation, but I know that it's all about planes and stuff. I'm actually studying aviation. Oh, that's very, very nice. Keep those comments coming in on Facebook and on Twitter. To facebook.com/TOMz. On Twitter, we are at TOMz_SABC_. With that said,
we are still at it again, with our roadshow touchdown at Soweto Sisevwani Secondary School. Today we're talking about open sky, and right next to me is a gentleman.
Sure.
Grant.
I'm Nandi. Mario.
Mario, show good band.
11.
Okay, Mario, why is what thing am I aeroplane boy?
Uri bathu bachaka mashango bakono popa zwavudi. Uri ngasiya ka mashango ngagoro na train.
Okay.
Aeroplane ishihahampfhuka.
Have you ever been in one?
Angaze ngagibela aeroplane.
Aeroplane enye into ende efly emoyeni.
Okay, so pointela uke waba ku aeroplane.
Yeah.
Boya.
Spain.
Wenzani Spain?
Ndandishikotamba bhola, ndimutambo wa bhola.
Manje sihambe sigibela aeroplane and go anywhere in the world. Ungafuna kuya ku?
Ufuna kuya Paris.
Why Paris?
Ufuna ubona uBeyonce.
uBeyonce la Paris?
Anga esa.
How does the wind influence my aeroplane?
The wind, if there's a wind, aeroplane at step back, awakwazi ukufly kahle lapha ngoba kuba nama problems amaningi, so awabi allowed ukuthi they have to bathatha abantu babayise to other places ngoba lo malo eshothi iyadisturba kahle kahle.
Iyadisturba aeroplane ukuthi fly kahle, izohamba slow, sometimes iyakhosa ama accident. Yeah.
Waka wa qabela airplane? If not, and you're wondering, sithela ngantoni man? Let this video help you out.
The interiors of an airplane form an essential part of its overall success. All seats and surfaces are designed to make the best use of the available space, promote safety of passengers as much as comfort is possible. Clever designs also allow certain tools to be hidden away. Digital innovations have made it possible to have personal screens on board where passengers can easily enjoy entertainment during flights. They are built into the infrastructure to save space. The roles of my flight attendants derive from similar positions on the trains and ships back when planes first went commercial. The world's first flight attendant was a man, Obizonga Heinrich Kubis, in 1912 who worked as an airship. The first female flight attendant was a registered nurse named Ellen Church in 1930. After that, airlines shared nurses more often. And back in those days, flight attendants were fired if they got married. The rule disappeared during the 1980s. Oh, thank you.
Elizabeth is more connected than ever before. Then it started over 100,000 flights.
What? That's like literally millions of people traveling the world. Amazing.
Can you still learn of your dream flight destination with social media? Yet so we are go.
TOMz.
TOMz.
Abasasazibeni ke babuyile to bring a brand new episode ka TOMz. Yabona namhlanje sinqola ngobaba.
Because I'm actually thinking to myself, I need to do a lot more traveling, especially to places overseas. Are actually becoming more available to more people. Not only that, but also my flight tickets are actually becoming a lot cheaper.
The possibilities are endless. Let us meet with some cabin crew members and see how they work on board.
My name is Noel Moodley. I am an ex-flight attendant, currently cabin crew trainer or in the process of it, and we are currently at Global Aviation's offices in Bonero Park, and we are on the DC-9 aircraft. I've been flying for about 8 years, and at some point I realized that I was never going to leave aviation, but I still wanted to be a bit more grounded, you know, close to home. I've been away for most of my life on contracts, so I thought that there was no better way than to become a trainer, and I love safety in aviation. It was for me one of the best components to do, so instructing was the best way forward. In order to become a flight attendant, you need to undergo some intense training. It's called getting your cabin crew license, and it is, in order to obtain that license, you have to go for a 6 to 8 week course. It's a cabin crew course, and you've got a few components that make up your license as a whole. You undergo live firefighting, there's wet ditching, there's SCPT, which is Safety Emergency Procedures Training, and that entails your evacs and your slide jump. You have to go for something called a medical certificate, and as well as be found competent in your aviation medicine exam. So it's a whole lot of components to be a cabin crew member. At the end of the day, our primary function in aviation is safety officers. So that is what our training can, you know, completely consists of, is training you to be able to safely conduct your flying career and be able to do everything as per the regulations as well. On a general training day, our class usually starts at 7:30. So on a assessment day where I just sit in, they could be actually doing practical things, and on a theory day they just sit in class and they learn more about aviation, from surface contamination to crew seats and restraints to turbulence to theory of flight, everything that you need to know pertaining to the aeroplane and how it flies and the weather.
When you're flying as a passenger in the plane, you are so high up in the air that the air is actually too thin to breathe. So, abantu baphefumula kanjani kuma airplanes? In the engine of the plane, air is taken in and compressed for combustion process. Kodwa, before all of that air is burnt up, a small amount of it is rerouted from the engine's duct into the airplane. This air is at a high pressure and high temperature, so it goes through several cooling processes before it is blasted into the space where the passengers are. Used air also gets recalculated.
Safety in aviation for me is one of the most important things. Well, mostly if you think from a logical point of view. If we were supposed to fly, we would have all been born with wings, you know, simple enough. So when it comes to now altitude and attitude and pressurization and all, our bodies were never meant to be able to live in a climate like that. But with technology, we've evolved so much. So as we evolve, obviously, we know that we have to kind of make it doable for us. So certain things, when you are 35,000 feet in the air or higher, you know, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. I mean, as opposed to if there was a fire on the ground, we have our emergency response, we have a fire department we can call. When you're up in the air, it is the crew that is there and the equipment that they have. So that's why training is even more so important, like the, you know, the different fire extinguishers that we have on board, and the need for the students to know the pre-flight checks for them, the operation of such equipment, how to don certain protective breathing equipment, how to, you know, least we have, especially for in one of our security components, there's like for bomb threats and hijacking. So all these different what ifs that could happen, we try and always make sure that we always are trained for it in those certain instances. We have, as well as aviation medicine, which is one of the components in your cabin crew license, which also basically, if something has to happen on board, I have a medical emergency, there's a woman going into labor, there's a man having a heart attack or a stroke, you know, basic life support. So we can treat you and preserve your life until we can get on the ground and you can have further help.
Ngegama ngutshwarelo Chilwane, ngumfana wala eForce Lorasi. It's a small kasi. Yeah, I'm generally into the travel industry as a whole. Into yangidonsa ngisasemncane as umfana omncane vele benginalolo thando lokuthi ngaphuma ngaze ezinye indawo, basically know your Americas, your Englands, just experience life nje as a whole. I just wanted to get away. Well, mina bengumuntu olekhayo i-confidence, bengingakhona ukukhuluma nabantu, ngingakhona ukuthi ngizi-introduce ngihleke nabantu. Mara ukufika kwami e-EPT bafika bangifundisa ukuthi i-confidence into enjani, ukukhuluma into enjani, ukuyabona. Bangifundisa nokuba nalelo thando for abantu nokubekezelela abantu. Basically, general travel is your travel and tourism. What pertains to general travel, ukuthi yenza izinto ezifana nabo check-in agent. You can basically work for a travel agency. Yeah, the works. You can become in the industry, there are different sectors to it. You can basically, with general travel, when you study it further, you can become a lawyer in the industry, or you can basically become a travel agent, as I said. Basically, the main thing is a travel agency when you're thinking general travel.
Life jackets are used to keep people afloat in water without having them to use their energy to stay up. Kulama life jacket phakathi, there is a material ebizwa nge-buoyant. Buoyancy is the ability for an object to float in water. Kulamalanga, plastic forms are a popular choice for these materials. On the other hand, there is a nylon covering which protects the buoyant material. When the person falls in the water, the material helps them to keep them from sinking and gives them more time to find help.
In part of your cabin crew license, there is a component that we do with you, which is survival and raft management. So in that particular component, you have to, or we teach you how to survive in your different environmental, you know, as it varies. If I crash in a desert, if I crash on the ocean, if I crash in the rainforest, the risks inherent to that particular environment. So it is important to know your dangers. Should you crash in the desert, you know, the risk of the sun, of the scorpions, the rattlesnakes, how you would find shade or use the aircraft and try and remain with it, use the wings for shade, try and see if there's food and stores on the aircraft. In a ditching situation where the aircraft has started to sink, what we would do, how we would, with our survival kit, we have water rations, and then, you know, we would always dictate to, that's part of your raft management, is to be able to dictate to the people what their duties will be. So some will have a bailing bucket emptying the water that is in the raft, some will have a heliograph which is trying to get into contact with ships or helicopters or any planes going past, and then if ever, we teach them like that how to use the flares and stuff, and to make attention signs that you would place whether on land or at sea to get emergency response. So there was one that would say require assistance but not medical, one that says require medical assistance, one that says negative, we're not here, or affirm yes we are here, or proceed in that direction. And then there is the rainforest. If you crash in the rainforest, the risks inherent to that environment, like now you have diseases and germs like malaria and the hohos, which are very, very dangerous in that type of situation if you don't want to die. So we teach you then how to take the space from the aircraft, like curtains and seat cushions, to make an enclosure for yourself to try and keep away from them. There's certain substances that you can maybe rub on your body that would be almost like a pesticide to them. And the foods you would eat, how you would get water from the dew of the plants and squeeze them out, how you would, if you were there for a while in the rainforest, because you are so deep in the trees, you would then take like your life jackets to high areas and put them on trees so that they could get the attention of people that are flying over or past you. So it's a whole lot of components to be a cabin crew member. It's not just the whole, how do we mix cocktails, chicken or beef. It is really intense.
Yo, it actually makes me want to get on a plane.
Nah, it must be so exciting having a career in the open skies. Can you still learn and don't get on our social media pages? So, TOMz. TOMz.
I give a fit and I'm gonna put you to the next segment of TOMz. Watching SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. We laugh and TV are one.
Guess it's Baba Mahala and seeing just how the life of a cabin crew member can change your perspective. Ngobom. Siya aircraft sipans komanzi. Siya train Aisha Mangalisa Kha.
And tell you what, Professor Sky, with that said, take a look.
I-aviation akusindawo ukuthi vele uyasebenza ubhekene nomsebenzi nje kuphela. It's a fun industry. You can play and work at the same time. Well, mostly play, but then work is also important. So yeah, into engabakhuthaza ngayo, and it's a platform for ukuthi umuntu ongajabulelanga la khona at this current moment. Futhi sazi ukuthi in South Africa is not at its best state manje. It gives you the opportunity ukuthi ungahamba ubone umhlaba and come back and instill that knowledge la in South Africa.
The world is your oyster. Well, for up-and-coming cabin crew members, as per the legalities, you have to be 18 years and older. You have to be fluent in English, well, read, speak, and write, and you have to have something called a Class 2 medical certificate as well, or DD50 was the older name for it. That just makes sure that you're medically fit. You know, with stresses of flight, pressurization, you know, anything can happen when you're so far up in the sky. So the medical is a very big must prior to enrollment, hopefully. And there are various ATOs across the globe, but ours is EPT, one of the best. And that's the ATO that you would come to. You enroll with EPT, you check availability. They usually have groups coming in and out, and you just join a group. You have to be found competent on all of the components that we've been speaking about. And upon completion of the course, you write your final exam at the CAA, and then once you pass there, you are then a bona fide cabin crew member and can start seeking employment.
Woo! Yes, Bafethu, Skati Sonke got this Lindile Sesifikile. This is the TOMz Quiz Challenge time, Bafethu. I hope that you at home are ready to play along on our Facebook and Twitter pages, Bafethu. Tell you one thing, Mina, angazi ngisupporta yiphi team. God, I'm hoping for the best because khona team engiyisupportayo and the team legqoke umbala logqoke ubuntu. But anywho, it's between the blue team and the green team. Angazi kahle kahle izothatha ubani. Which team are you rooting for? Noma ke musafuni TOMz is a school in soccer. Then do the right thing on Facebook and on Twitter, Bafethu. Noma ke washange email on TOMz@sabc.co.za. With that said, Bafethu, asami sodlala the TOMz Quiz Challenge.
Namhlanje sisevuwani secondary school eSoweto Bafethu sabe challenge abona. If you want to play with us on social media, we are TOMz on Facebook, on Twitter it's TOMz_SABC_1. So guys, niyazi ukuthi hamba kanjani le game. The blue team and the green team need to choose their 3 representatives. Guys, please choose your 3 champions. Okay, cool. So the blue team and the green team sabawakhethile abantu abazoba representa isikhathi sokuthi sobamita. Sikala ngapha ku blue team. Blue team, are you guys ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay guys, ngifuna ukuyana ukuthi ngingabobani ne bese ningitshela ukuthi why banikhethile.
Hi, my name is Mikay. They chose me because I'm intelligent and they know that I'm gonna win.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Rosina. They chose me because they trust me and I'm the best. Hi, my name is Alice. They chose me because they know that intelligence is my thing.
Okay, cool. Give it up for the blue team. Amachita kuphela ngapha ku green team, amachita ngikho. Okay guys, ngitsheleni ukuthi ngingabobani nokuthi wabe nikhethile.
Mina ngoCharles, basikhethe ngoba bayazi ukuthi bayasithemba.
Okay. Mina ngoLefa, bangikhethile ngoba ngumanqoba njalo.
Mina ngu-X, bangikhethe ngoba I'm fast at thinking and answering.
Okay, give it up for the green team. Okay guys, mamelani ke igame hamba kasona ne. You guys have 2 buzzers in front of you ne. Ngizonibuza my question ne, and the fastest team to press the buzzer gets to answer the question enginibuza yona. If you get the question right, it's 10 points ne. If you press the buzzer and awuyazi answer yakho, you can ask your team, but that's 5 points ne. Guys, ngizobuza a question, nginikeza multiple choice, bese after bangiqedile, then you can press the buzzer. Ne? You guys heard the rules? Ngizwile ngisho? Cool. Let's get this TOMz quiz started. First question, please. Question yethu yokuqala ithi, which unit do we use to measure wind speed? Ne? Kilometers per hour? Is it B, meters per hour? Is it C, knot? Is it D, kilojoules? Which one is it? Presan, guys, presan. Okay, green team. Green team, answer anything?
It's A.
Are you guys sure?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Let's put on good answer. Are we right or wrong? And the answer is C. Had it. Moving on to our second question. Who built and flew the world's first successful airplane? Is it A, Leonardo da Vinci? Is it B, the Wright brothers? Is it C, the Lemon brothers? Or is it D, King Louis V? Which one is it? Okay, green team was the first one to press. Guys, answer anything? A. Okay, cool. But answer A. As one good right or wrong. And the answer is Askisin. So guys, scoreboard said Siganjena. The green team is on 0 points and the blue team is on 0 points. Guys, this is the last question, ne? It's the last question. So think about it, even fast food. Our third question for today. How high above the ground do commercial airplanes fly, ne? Is it A, 2 kilometers? Is it B, 6 kilometers? Is it C, 10 kilometers? Or is it D, 20 kilometers? Which one is it? The blue team, guys, need to answer anyone.
D.
Or D. Asmano Guti, bar right or bar wrong? And the answer is C. Total links, we don't have a winner for today, but fair too. Thank you so much, green team, and thank you so much, blue team. Otherwise, Nan Lapamakaya, even Funukjala Nati on Facebook, it's TOMz. On Twitter, TOMz_SABC_1. For today, CT, no winners, and one next time. Goodbye.
All Sasa Lwako could involve being a cabin crew member. Ubabe ilizwe lonke, but how will that look like in your generation?
New technology will make our flights much faster, minimizing the time spent on board. Our planes are also going to start using less fuel with more renewable fuel resources. Our planes are going to use less fuel with more renewable fuel sources. More fun technologies as curved screens and virtual reality will make flight crews will have to undergo more training. Our flight crews will have to undergo more training to keep up with the latest flight tech. In the future, our passengers will be as connected in the air as they are on ground with new Wi-Fi technology and smarter radio configurations.
We have to love and leave you. Taking this ride with you guys. If you guys want to chat some more, share with social media pages Zetu on Facebook and Twitter.
Absolutely, my friends. So now, if you can dream it, you can be it. Tell you what, the sky is not the limit. With that said, my friends, thank you so much for watching TOMz. Once again, from myself and Runtu, it's goodbye for now. If you wanna fly.
Next time on TOMz. Namachi Dalao are doing most amazing moves and built a team of parkour runners. While taking over the city escape, do you know why it's important to be flexible? Parkour has some amazing origins in Africa, check them out. The spot Leslie also still has some incredible new heights to reach in the future. Do you want to know more about parkour? Then stay tuned to our TOMz quiz. Tune in to time, same place, Konala on your #1 channel, SABC 1. Mzansi, for shout.